Okay, hi guys, good afternoon. Today we're gonna be working with the topic that I consider really easy, and probably you will consider it easy too. I'm just gonna share the screen with you so you can see the presentation. Okay, so the title is There Is, There Are. And there is and there are, well, this is to express, for example, here we have an example. There is a famous zoo in San Diego. It has many beautiful animals. What do I need to use the there is, there are structure? Well, I need the word there and the verb to be is or are. When am I gonna use there is? Well, I'm gonna use there is to express or to make sentences talking about singular nouns. Remember that singular means one. For example, there is a hospital on Burrard Street. There's a hospital on Burrard Street. Or in past tense, there was a hospital on Burrard Street. What does this mean? That if I go on Burrard Street, I'm gonna find a hospital. There is a hospital, or there was a hospital in the past in case there isn't anymore. Next examples. There is not a television in the room. There's not a television in the room. There isn't a television in the room. In past tense will be, there was not a television in the room, or there wasn't a television in the room. So basically this, let me show you. Basically these three, well, yeah, these three are exactly the same, just said in different ways. In this one, the first one is a complete form, there is not. The second one, I'm contracting there is as using there's not. And in the other one, I'm contracted is not. So it will be there isn't. And the three of them are correct. So in past will be there was not or there wasn't. Here in affirmative, I have there is or there's or there was for the past tense. And I repeat, this is just to talk about one thing, singular. Next, we have the plural nouns. And here with the plural nouns, I'm gonna use it when I have more than two people. Two and more, it's plural. For example, Evan, can you help me to read the first examples, please?
El del azul, Miss.
Yes, please.
There were three people and at the table.
Okay, so it means that if it is in the present, I'm gonna use there are, if they are still there. Or if they were, I mean in the past, I'm gonna use there were. Don't get confused with this because one thing is they, THWEY, and another thing is there. And I'm gonna show you the difference later on, okay? But here we're talking about plural, so that's why is there are and not there is. Now, negative. In case that the sentence or whatever I'm saying is not affirmative, which means that is negative. Let's see, Jimena, can you help me to read this example, please, using all of the expressions, but one by one?
There are not 31 days in April. There aren't 31 days in April. There were not 31 days in April. There weren't 31 days in April.
Very good. What does this mean? Well, the first these ones are negative in the present. I'm sorry. There are not is a complete version if I want to make it short, so then I'm gonna use there aren't. Now, if I'm talking about something in the past, there were not. Or to make it short, there weren't. Yes, no questions. Okay, what if I'm making questions? What if I want to ask of the existence of this? Adriana, can you read that first example, please, using both, but one at a time?
Que lea la primera.
Yes, please.
Is there a party at David's house? Was there a party at David's house?
Very good. And here we have the short answer. If the answer is yes, so then it will be yes, there is, or yes, there was. In this case, it's was because the question is with was, or is with the question is. And if it is not, so then it will be no, there isn't, or no, there wasn't. I repeat, present and past, singular, because we're talking about a party. Next example, Gerardo, can you read please the other one in Pluto?
Are there apples in the tree? Were there apples in the tree?
Thank you. So to answer these questions, are there apples on the trees? Were there apples in the trees? I'm gonna answer yes, there were. Yes, there are for the present. And yes, there were for the past. And if the answer is negative, so then it will be no, there aren't, or no, there weren't. Okay, I want you to look at the structure. Quiero que vean la estructura. For the affirmative sentences, I'm gonna use there and then the verb to be, is or are if it is plural, are if it is singular, is. And if I'm talking about the past, so then I'm gonna start with there and I'm gonna use was or where if it is plural. For negatives is there is not, there verb to be plus not, or there isn't, or there aren't, or there weren't, or there wasn't for negative in past, right? And when it is a question, as you can see here, we're gonna start with the verb to be in present or past, plural or singular, and then there. Is there a party? Are there apples? I'm sorry. And the answer will be yes, there is, yes, there are, yes, there were, or negative, no, there isn't, no, there aren't, or no, there weren't, or no, there wasn't. Questions still here?
Nope. You know.
It's an expression, thank you. This is an expression that is very, very, very useful and common to use when we're asking, for example, for directions. Or when we are asking, for example, I don't know, let's say that we're visiting a new place, a new city, and we're looking for something, but first we want to know if there is something, if whatever we're looking for, we just want to know if there is that thing we're looking for in that place. So we're gonna ask, oh, do you know if there is there a pharmacy nearby? Do you know if there's I don't know, a restaurant or something like that? Then another type of questions that we use, how many? How many students are there in your class? How many stadiums are there in your city? How many universities are there in Hermosillo? How many subjects are there in the career, for example? Okay, now let's talk about the use. When am I gonna use there is or there are or there were or there was or there were? Berenice, can you read this little information I have in this in the sentence, please?
Yes. We use there is, are to say something exists or doesn't exist.
Of course, thank you. Of course, that it is if it is affirmative, it means that there is the existence, right? That it means that something exists. And if it is negative, well, it means the opposite. It means that something doesn't exist. For example, can you read the first example, Eduardo, please?
There's water in the glass. There are birds in the tree. There was a party last night. There weren't many rain days in July.
Very good. So there's water, here is contracted, or I can make it complete like there is, but it's read like this, it's read like there's water. There are, there was, There weren't. Okay, ojo aquí with the difference between they and there, because it's very, very common, and actually even more common than you think that, that you can get confused with it. Por ejemplo, cuando hablo de personas, I can say there are some students in the classroom. And now, what am I saying there? I'm talking about the existence of these students in the classroom. There are some students in the classroom. I'm telling you that the students exist or are in the classroom, right? And they is talk about plural people, but I'm not included. So ellos or ellas or esos, right? So could be, for example, they are in the classroom. What is the difference between these sentences, guys? Who can tell me the difference between these sentences I wrote here? Don't be shy. So nobody knows?
There's Twitter.
No, between the red ones, this one. There are some students in the classroom and they are in the classroom. What is the difference?
Pues como que en el primero indica más lo que son, que no. Es más explícito de que hay estudiantes en la clase y el otro dice, ellos están en clase.
Uh-huh, yeah. Well, I didn't want you to translate it, but well, yes, that is basically the difference between them, right? Thank you, Manuel. Okay, so here I'm just talking about the existence of someone. I'm just saying that there's people in the classroom, right? There are some students in the classroom. And in the second one, I'm talking about them in specific. En el segundo ya estoy hablando sobre unas personas en específico. They are in the classroom. Yes?
Sí.
Okay. This is that very, very short presentation, but well, I think it's very easy. Do you have any trouble using there is or there are? Yes or no? Okay.
¿Cómo?
Do you have any trouble or understanding this topic of there is or there are?
No.
No? Okay. I share with you guys two documents. I want you to open the one that says there is, there are, please. Because we're gonna be answering it. So I want you to open it so you can be answering in your document. And it says in here, what do you see in the pictures? Write sentences with there is or there are with one item from each table. So I have of things and I have of places. Of things, I have a woman, 4 apples, trees, 5 people, a computer, 3 cars, a TV, 7 days, a bus, a picture, 6 desks, and 4 cups. Tell me which of these ones from the what chart are in singular? Which are singular nouns?
¿Cuáles son los de singular, dice?
Yes.
Los de la izquierda. Aquí dice una mujer, una computadora.
Okay, that one, let's say that the keyword is this letter, A. A tells me that is 1. And for example, the rest of them have numbers, but for example, trees doesn't have numbers, but what tells me that is plural? What does it tell me that this word is in plural?
S.
S, very good. The S in tree, right? Tree singular, trees plural. And this is for things. Now let's go to places. It says where. Okay, where something like in a vowel, for example, this is to complement. Okay, we're gonna make sentences and this is what and this is where. For example, a woman in a vowel. It doesn't make sense. I'm just giving you an example, okay? Well, I'm gonna erase and I want you to take a look to the words because we're gonna be like going back, going back, going back, okay? So I'll be showing you the pictures and I want you to help me answer. Wait, let me. Wait. Okay, so in the first image, for example, here, we have this, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, what did I do? There. Okay, looking at the context of the image and looking at the words of the options that I have, so then the one that best fits is 3 cars. So then I'm gonna use, what am I gonna use? There is or there are? There are because it's plural. So then there are 3 cars. Where? On the street. And that's why on the street and cars are already used. Now let's go to the second image. Image B. Look at the vocabulary, look at the words in the places, and what do you think is the best word in place to complete this? Huh?
There is a woman.
There is a woman, very good. Where?
Like in the computer.
In the computer is in the options. Remember, you have to use the options.
Okay.
In office.
In an office could be, right? So if you notice, guys, I'm using there is, and I'm also using prepositions to connect, to relate the place to the noun, right? There is a woman in an office. Okay, very good. That's why I asked you to open the document. Por eso les pedí que abrieran el documento so you can follow. Okay, then next picture. There is or there are, what do you think?
There are.
There are. Okay, what are there?
4 cups.
There are 4 cups, very good. Where?
On
On a table, very good. On a table. Next image, image D. Look at the vocabulary and tell me if you're gonna say there is or there are.
There is a bus.
Okay, I'm sorry. There is a bus or there's a bus. Wait. There is a bus where?
At the traffic light. At a traffic light.
At a traffic light, very good. At the traffic light. Excellent. Next image, image E. Look at the picture, look at the vocabulary, and tell me.
It's a family.
Huh?
Are-
There are? What are there?
People. 5 people.
People where?
Convivence.
In the family.
In the family, okay. Very good. Image F. Look at the image, look at the vocabulary, and connect it. There is, there are, what?
Profe, se pasó uno.
I don't know. Let me see. No? F. Better F.
There is of home office.
There is, but this is from the vocabulary, remember? You have it at the top. Lo tienes al principio.
Okay,
There
okay.
is a computer in the desk.
There is a computer in the desk?
On the desk.
On a desk, very good. Image G. What do we have?
There is a picture.
There is a picture where?
Table.
Where?
In that table.
Pero
In
es
a
que
room?
ya la pusimos, ¿qué no?
In a room?
In office.
In an office. Well, we were not supposed to repeat, but actually it could be in an office, it could be on the desk, it could be on the table, it could be in a room. So whatever you find accurate works. Letter H. What is a word that helps me? What is the context of the image? What do you think is the option?
It's a calendar.
Huh? There is or there are?
There,
Michelle, I couldn't hear you. Can you repeat?
there is a calendar.
There is. There is what?
A calendar. ¿No me escuchas?
Yes, but calendar is not an option. We have to use vocabulary from the chart. So what is a word that from the chart that fits this picture, this context?
Seven days.
There are
There are
7 days.
7
Okay.
days in a week.
There are 7 days. Where?
In a week.
In a week. Very good. There are 7 days in a week. Remember, please, guys, to be answering this exercise with me, okay? Because you will upload it. Okay, next image. Look at it, look at the words. What is the best option?
There are 4 apples.
There are 4 apples, very good. Where?
In a bowl.
In a bowl, very good. Next image, letter J. Look at the image and check the words we have in use.
There are trees
There are trees. Where?
near a hospital.
Near a hospital, very good. Next image, letter K. What is this? What are there or what is there in the picture?
There is a woman.
But the thing of the woman, we already used it. I think it's another one. Check again.
Sí, creo que no le queda otra.
Ajá. Ya no hay opciones, según yo.
How many desks are there in this picture? 1, 2,
6 decks.
could be 6 desks. I don't get to see 6, but could be. There are
Más.
6 desks. Where?
In a classroom.
In a classroom. Very good. Next image, letter L.
There is a TV.
There's a TV. Where?
In a room.
In a room, right? Very good. Okay, that was the exercise with the picture. Now let's go to the other one, and it says, look at the following information about a city called Happyville. Write sentences about it using there is, there isn't, or there are, there aren't. So I want you to look at the chart, please, because the exercise we're gonna do is going to be related to the information we have in the chart. So it says a stadium, and it says no. A high school, yes, 3. A highway, yes. A convenience store, yes, 6. This is like an OXXO, for example. An airport, yes. A movie theater, no. A shopping mall, yes. A train station, yes, 2. Okay, so it has, here we have the first one already done for us. And it says there isn't a stadium in Happyville. So we're gonna write sentences. Number 2, how would it be? Letter B is a high school, and yes, and then it says yes, 3. So how would you make this sentence? I hear you.
Sería there is.
There is.
Se queda así la oración como there is a high school.
Ajá, le quitas el question mark. There is a high school in Happyville. But check again your sentence and tell me, are you sure that there is a high school? Is it only one high school?
R3.
So how would you change the sentence?
There are a 3.
There are 3. The letter A, el article A or A, only helps me when it's singular, okay? So then there are 3 high schools. I'm gonna make it plural. There are 3 high schools in Happyville. Yes? Okay, let's go to the letter C. And it says a highway and then yes. So how would you make this sentence? There is or there are?
Is.
So can you help me to start it? You tell me. I'll write, you tell me.
There is
Mhm.
a highway.
Very good. There is a highway in Happyville. Okay, very good. Letter D. It says a convenience store, and then the answer says yes, 6. So how would you make this sentence? How would you start it?
There are
Mhm. There are
6
6 convenience what?
Stores.
Stores.
Happyville.
Very good. Convenience stores in Happyville. Very good. Okay, letter E. I'm gonna be asking because I have the same people participating, okay? So letter E, Cesar.
I don't know.
Well, look at letter E, an airport, and then it says yes. So are you gonna use there is or there are to start the sentence?
There is.
There is. Complete your sentence. There is what? What is there? What are we talking about?
Happy.
But what is there? There is what?
Listen, in airport.
There is an airport. There is an airport. Where? In Happyville.
Okay.
It's because you're not paying attention, guys. You're not putting attention. It's very obvious. Okay. Alexis, help me with letter F, please. And then it says a movie theater and it says no. So your sentence will be negative. How would you make it? Alexis, are you there?
There is a movie theater in Happyville.
It's not there is because it says the answer says no. So you need to make
Are there is there?
Is there is for questions? Yes, we start with there, but how do you make it negative?
There isn't.
There isn't. There isn't what?
A movie theater in Happyville.
A movie theater in Happyville. Very good. Okay, letter G. I'm gonna ask Emma. Letter G.
Léemelo, lo puedo aprovechar.
No, ahí lo digo. ¿Cuál es la G? There is a shopping mall in Happyville.
Very good. There is a shopping mall in Happyville. Excellent. Letter H. Rodolfo, please. The last one.
There are 2 train stations in Happyville.
Excellent. There are 2 train stations. Remember to make it plural as you did. Good job. Whenever you're talking about more than one thing, right? Good. So questions still here?
No, miss.
Thank you.
No.
Okay, next it says, estoy apenas me voy dando cuenta de su chat. Okay, never mind. Okay, it says, are these things in your city? Write positive and negative sentences about what is in your city. If there is more than one, we'll then use plural. Okay, we have a stadium, high school, highway, convenience store, an airport, a movie theater, a shopping mall, and train station. Cuando sabemos con exactitud la cantidad, the right amount of something in a place, we can use like the exact numbers, right? For example, 6, 4, 5, etc. But when we don't know, but we know that there is more than one, we can use many. Many is word like countable. So for example, I don't know, let's say that here we have many Oxxos, which are like convenience stores. Or I can say, oh, there are many convenience stores. The only thing you have to do is to make the noun plural and now the word many referring to the number or to the amount of things, okay? So I'm gonna be asking randomly and think about your city. I think that most of us are here, are living in Hermosillo, but I know that some of you are not. So think about your city, okay? For example, the first one, there isn't a stadium in my city. Now, Ivan, tell me, let's talk about a high school. What will you?
There are many high schools in my city.
Okay, very good. There are many high schools in my city. Let's make it plural. Good. Okay, letter C, and this is a highway. Miguel, a highway. Miguel, are you there?
Miss, ¿qué es highway?
Highway, for example, a highway es como un...
Autopista, ¿no?
Ajá, una
Autopista.
autopista. Ujú.
Carretera, autopista, sí.
Sí, ajá, pero las highways in the city, for example, are like, ya, es como una carretera, una autopista es lo mismo. Sí.
Es que yo he escuchado decir a mis primos que son de allá como freeway, algo así, ¿no? Como una
Ajá,
pista
free-
rápida, la más rápida.
Ah, esos
Güey,
son
es
los
como
libramientos.
carretera, ¿qué no?
No,
Sí.
los freeways son los libramientos.
Ajá.
Ah, ok.
Y highway sí es una carretera.
Ah, ok.
Okay, so, letter C. Miguel, ¿no me escuchas, Miguel, o no estás?
Ah, que me habló ahí mi hermana y al final vengo corriendo de la casa. ¿Qué pasó?
A highway. Is there a highway in your city?
Halloween City. No.
No? So, how would you say?
Highway.
There is,
No.
there is, there isn't, there are, there aren't, what?
Where is?
There isn't a highway in my city. Entramos de nuevo, ¿ok? Ya se va a acabar la sesión. Los veo aquí.
Okay.
Ok, teacher.